analog equipment in the cloud. That was actually an idea of me 8 or 9 years ago when I was introduced to all the analog equipment and when I was realizing that, well, most analog equipment, most of the time, isn't doing anything at all. During the nights, during the times that the studios are closed, it's not doing anything, while it could be doing something. And with analog equipment, they say it's better to keep it turned on than to turn it on and off all the time. So I was like, why can't we put this in the cloud? And that's also as far as I've come with that question, because I'm not a programmer. I can do a little bit of electrical engineering. Doing the work to really connect it to the internet was way too much for me, and I never did it. But luckily, some other companies are doing it. Yeah, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Axis Analog is the company called, and it's what they say, real equipment, real time, real results. Process audio in real time using professional analog hardware in the cloud. It's not really in the cloud, it's probably in a server rack. Use the Analog Matrix plugin to control the equipment front panel in real time. Build your dream signal chain using the Analog Matrix rack, blah blah blah. So they're using a plugin here. The difference between Mix Analog and Axis Analog is that Mix Analog is using a web interface, which they developed themselves, and Axis Analog has a VST that you can insert on a channel, and you can log in there and then use something that they made, and they have a lot of interesting stuff. And what I want to test today is the HG2. You know, I'm interested in that thing. So the big question that you always want to ask with these type of services is, while scrolling over this, we're seeing a lot of stock pictures. We're not really seeing it in their racks. And it is so easy for somebody to play games with this, to just hook it up to a plugin, like a software plugin, because that is way easier. Like, program an interface that is controlling a plugin with the plugin that you are using and just streaming it over the internet, and you know, cash is coming in. So the only thing that I found on this website was here, this picture of the robotics. So this makes me think that they are legit. But my general advice for companies like this would be, show us a little bit more of that automation and show us a little bit more of that of what you guys are actually doing, because you guys are making it look very spiffy and very, well, plug-in like, but give us more a feeling that we're using real analog gear. Because we all know how the audio industry works. Just because they're saying something is real doesn't really mean it's real, and definitely not in the audio industry. 10 years ago, there was an 1176 clone. Because I think it all started with cloning 1176s. I mean, there was the Bomb Factory in Pro Tools, which most of all looked like the 1176. But it was marketed as the ultimate simulation of the 1176. Like, true to the original, the best, like, claims, absolute claims, like not it's 90% true or 80% true, no, true to the original. And then a few years later, a new one came in. And my question was like, yeah, but we already had a simulation of this thing. And then the response was, oh, no, but this one is better. But how can it be better if it was true to the original? Then it's not better, it's different. And how can it be different? There are so many questions to ask then. So I wouldn't be surprised if services like these were not correct. We're not doing what they are saying it would be doing. But let's for now say it's real, and let's take a look at how it works. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reserve the black box in here, and I'm paying this for myself. The guys from Axis Analog, they don't even know that I'm making a video, and that's the way I like to do these things. So no strings attached. Okay, let's book it for 30 minutes. That's enough for a video, I think. Otherwise, we can also always book extra. An email of your reservation has been sent to you. Let's take a look. Your reservation information at 11 a.m. I can use the HG2. Okay, so let's take a look at the plugin. So this is the plugin, and we need to log in there. So email and password, I already typed it in. We connect to it. We have a buffer size transmit format. I'm going with compressed for now because I have to be careful with my internet connection, as always. Yeah, can I already use it? Oh, I think I can already use it. I think nobody was using it. Wow, Did you guys hear the microphonics? Huh? Definitely some microphonics in the tubes here. Yeah, you can hear the switch. Wow. Well, that makes me feel like it's real. Microphonic tubes. I don't know if that's a character of the black box or that the tubes need replacement or whatever. Let's try it out. Let's see what happens when we run some Sandstorm through it by an artist called Darude, of course. Woohoo! I already like it. I already like it. Gain compensation. Gain compensation. Whoa. Why so loud? A little bit weird how the bypass works. That's, yeah, could be that it's the bypass in the machine and that it's gaining somewhere. So let's bypass it here. Oh, it's really creating some highs with the triode thing, I think. Triode is, yeah. This actually works pretty well. It's as if I'm, yeah. It's, and you can clearly hear that the or at least for me it really sounds analog. It really has the sound really has some analog. I don't know what it is. It's like analog always gives that extra dimension for me, and this is also doing that. This works really well. Even over a 4G connection, which I'm running. Now, there are some things, of course, which are a little bit different, I think, to work with. First of all, there are some instructions when you want to do offline bouncing. So you can do offline processing. You can just load a file in here. And then they process it locally, real time, and then send it back to you. Same way Mixanalog does it. So really cool. So yeah, this is a different way of using the same technique, and there are multiple differences in this. Like, they are using robotics, as we could see at that one picture here at the Media Kit. this. They're using robotics, where Mix Analog is using different circuitry. Most of all, they're using relays and computer-controlled relays. I don't think they're using any robotics whatsoever. Now, you could say something about both theories, like if you're replacing circuits with relays, the question is, what is it doing to the circuit and what is it doing to the sound? On the other hand, if you are using robotics, what is that doing to the reliability of the system? So that is a question that I am not going to answer. How and where to use such a service? That's the big question. Where I would use this, but this really goes for me, is it's a great place to test equipment. So for instance, if I would be thinking of buying the Blackbox HG2 or the Neve or whatever, if I would want to buy it, but first want to demo it, it's really handy to just demo it this way. Like, I can demo it almost instantly. I can say, like, I want to demo it now. It costs me $6, and I'm using it, and I can, like, try it out and see how it sounds. Of course, for bigger studios, how this works is that you can just request a demo unit, but this doesn't work for everybody. Like, if you're a bedroom producer and you have some cash, doesn't automatically mean that manufacturers are going to send you stuff try out. For that, these services are really, really handy. Another one is, like, if you are finishing that one album that is like your life's work and you really want to have the Neve on there, you can do that now, and it's relatively cheap. Like, if I would have a Neve, or let's say my SSL compressor, if somebody wants to run it through my SSL compressor, it's automatically more expensive because I have to do it for them. Man hours are the most expensive thing, and if you cut out the men and just have a computer do it, it's getting way cheaper. So I would really recommend you guys to check it out yourself, and I will link to Access Analog down below. Also, if you checked it out, let me know in the comments down below what you think, because I care about your opinion as well. And I do only care about the opinions about the stuff that I'm talking about. The opinion you have about me, I don't care. If you like my videos and want to support me, you can do it by pledging to my Patreon campaign, which I'm going to link over here. So check out my Patreon campaign. There are a lot of benefit levels, early access to videos, that kind of stuff. Another way to support me is by buying my merchandise like this or something else. It's linked under the video. Last way to support me is by watching more of my videos. So I'll link one of those videos over here. Subscribing will also help, and unsubscribing will also help if you are a hater. Thanks a lot for watching. Keep pushing, and bye-bye.